Now, a little while ago, Valachi did upload a new video called My Queerness Journey and What's Been Going On, right? I did a response to that initially. That response is unfortunately lost to time because it was part of a longer stream that got taken down. I don't blame Malachi for getting taken down. I actually think it got taken down because of something a couple of other people besides me on the stream said, which technically did violate TOS. There were some people on the stream that said some things that probably got picked up by the algorithm. What's up, Steven? But in that stream, I actually did do a full proper response to his latest video. This is kind of going to be that. I don't know if I'll record another full response to it. We'll see. I might. But basically, you may notice a lot of my drama content is currently unlisted. That will be relisted next month. I'm just waiting for the other, completely unrelated, by the way, strike to expire. Because I figure drama content, although nothing I do violates TOS, you're always playing with fire. So I'd rather just have a complete clean slate with that, right? Is there a hint as to what they said? You can tell me that it would have got it taken down. I'll tell you later, Steven. I'll tell you later, and I'll DM you in Discord. I'm not going to repeat it on stream. But basically, in that long stream, we did do a response to Malachi's latest video in which he made a lot of crazy claims, claiming that he was having a period because he was having like headaches and mood swings and like cramps and stuff. Which obviously he's not bleeding from his crotch, so that's obviously not a period. Anyway, in that, towards the end, he addressed me. He's afraid to mention me by name. I really got to him, like, way more than anyone that he's ever fucking done videos on, right? Because you can tell I got to him because he's, like, afraid to mention me. And, like, I know he's trying to, like, you know, not mention me because he doesn't want to stir up more drama and keep it going. And here's the thing, right? He wants me to lay off now, right? He wants me to, like, have a truce. And, like, heed my own words when I said I'd back off briefly. The thing is, I don't sympathize with you anymore, Malachi. You killed any chance of sympathy I had for you. When I showed you some sympathy, I did a deep heart-to-heart, breaking down, talking about some of my past, sympathizing with you, and actually trying to see you as a person. What did you do? You threatened yourself. Tried to blame me for it, to guilt-trip me into leaving you alone. You did that. You did the very thing that you used to always get mad at Filipos for doing. And what did you do whenever he did that? You didn't back the fuck down. No, you kept going. But you knew that I was a better person than you, and I wasn't a fucking monster. So when you made that really scary note, of course I backed down initially. Because I'm not horrible. But I'm not backing down again. Anything you do is your choice. You can't pin that shit on me. He asked you for a truce, or did he hint at it? Yeah, guilt tripping people like that is fucked. Kind of. Like, he basically said, you know, I haven't mentioned you guys in months. Maybe you should heed your own words and move on. And it's like, he basically begged me to move on. But it's like, how many people has he done videos on all the time? He built his channel on fucking drama. And he would not relent. He would always celebrate when Rosina would get a channel terminated. Or he would celebrate whenever, like, any of his fucking haters got strikes. He harassed people all the time. And, like, look, I'm not going to tell him he can't do that. Because I don't really think that making... Like, I think if you make videos online, expect that kind of shit to happen. But if you're going to dish it out, you better fucking take it. It's so funny to me that when Ree suggested that we do a truce, which, by the way, I had no intention of doing, Ree was just, like, bullshitting and trying to say, hey, they said they'd do a truce if you unban them. And it's like, I never said that, Ree. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, I know, but I wanted to squash the beef. When Ree said that, you know what Malachi said? He said, no, we do things the hard way. And that's what he threatened himself, and then stopped uploading for several months. By the way, you know when I initially backed off, what the first fucking thing he did was? Went right back to making drama content, went right back to doing Dan Sobel stuff. Like, he is the biggest fucking hypocrite. And I have no sympathy for him because everything he does, he brings on himself. He makes videos publicly. And when people make videos in response to that, he throws a tantrum. And then when people make videos talking about that tantrum, he acts like they're monsters for doing that. Like, the whole thing with Andy in the first place, it literally started because Andy was trying to compromise because, well, initially it started because Andy referred to him as he. And then he lost his shit and did like 3 videos on him. And then Andy's like, well, how about I just refer to you by your username? And then he threw another fucking tantrum. And then kept insisting that Andy was the one throwing the tantrum. Like, it's sad because, you know, Malachi used to be normal. He used to make content that was alright. Like, it wasn't good. It was never good. But I could see glimpses of my old channel, right? Like, I could see, like, an early me. I saw a young me in some of his content, right? To be fair, the internet is a war zone, but Malachi was kind of shitty towards people. Don't get me wrong, I like to troll and all, but he genuinely believes he is on a crusade to take bigots down. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, the problem is like, he goes out of his way to make people's lives a living hell unless they delete their channel, and then celebrates when they do. And then you have me shit-talking him a bit, trolling him a bit, and then sympathizing with him, and he can't handle that. The sympathy didn't compute. I remember, like, there are 2 things I think with the sympathy, right? That the reason why when I did sympathize with him, there are 2 things with that what's the word? There are 2 things with that sympathy that I think that are reasons why I think that's what was the last straw for him, right? I think number 1, it was he couldn't compute it in his head. He's like, this person hates me. He doesn't care about me. And so that, like, fucked with his head. But the second thing is, I think he saw it as a sign of weakness, right? He's like, oh, he's going to sympathize. So I can guilt trip him because he's weak, right? That's what was going through his shitty little head. And, you know, he's destroying himself right now with all the hormones and shit he's taking. And then he says that, like, mood swings are, like, a good thing. Like, it's funny to me. Like, someone who built his entire channel on drama can't handle drama. And it's funny. Like, he's not the most interesting one in the Cucumber verse, as I call it, anymore. I find the Cucumber clan a lot more interesting. But, like, he acts like every little thing is, like, insane. Like, he acts like we do a little trolling, right? We do a little trolling on Discord, and he acts like that's, like, horrible. You know, I can't believe the lengths this person would go to. I have no idea how low he'll sink. He won't stop until I... You know, I can't say the last phrase he said. But basically more threatening himself. He's such a fucking baby. And it's very clear to me that the reason he hasn't been appearing online as much is because he's afraid of the drama. Like, I think there's also the fact that he's taken so many fucking hormones, it's destroying his fucking, like, mental state even more. But, like, yeah, he's definitely afraid. He's afraid of the drama, which is ironic coming from a channel that was built on drama. And it's funny, because, like, Bob, right? Bob did, like, a stream where he was going to address drama, and then we showed up and did a bit of trolling in his stream chat. And he just fucking ended his stream after 8 minutes and then deleted it, which is funny because he's like, I'm not going to be a coward and delete it this time. And then he fucking did. Malachi, Bob, all you guys. Drama, yeah, is a factor, but the concern is he may go through with the surgery. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna sit back and watch the self-destruction and all its glorious destruction. Like, he wants to fucking like downward spiral so far that it's irreparable. I mean, it probably already is at this point. He wants to just keep doing that, downward spiraling. Nothing I can do. He lost his chance at sympathy. I'm fresh out of sympathy. All I got left is schadenfreude, which, if you don't know, just means taking joy at someone else's misfortune. Because at the end of the day, I tried. And he didn't care. His father failed him. His father's a terrible father. James Branch is an absolutely horrible father. Encouraging his son to destroy himself. And then it's funny, right? That he's like, oh, you guys did a video responding to my dad after you said you'd back off. It's like, yeah, because I didn't know about its existence. Of course I was going to respond to it. Like, everything he does, he has to try and throw in guilt trips and throw in, you know, oh, woe is me. Oh, these bullies keep picking on me. Wah, wah, wah. Why build a channel focusing on drama if you can't handle drama? I know, at this point, I'm just repeating myself a lot. But the point is, sympathy for Malachi is gone. It's absolutely gone. And it's not coming back. So, if you want me to stop making fun of you, stop being something that's so easy to make fun of. How about that? Or grow a fucking thick skin and stop being a baby. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. See you guys later. This is a shorter stream. Have a good one. Toodles.